Welcome to the Rainbow Sash Movement's news podcast. It must be the tradition of the fundamentalist Catholic that eating their young each year as we approach the fall meeting of the National Council of Catholic Bishops is a sport that they thoroughly look forward to and enjoy. They are not only upset with the recently reissued guidelines of faithful citizenship, but also totally consumed with the faults of the Campaign for Human Development, another drama that is sure to cause fireworks at the council meeting. This drama seems to be an annual pillaring of anyone who shows compassion to their neighbors. Archbishop Timothy Dolan of New York and President of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, along with the chairs of 9 different committees, are reaffirming their 2007 document, Forming Conscience for Faithful Citizenship, and issuing it with a new introductory note. While Catholics make up 25% of the electorate, we don't vote as a bloc. Will the secular political agenda of abortion versus social justice issues play a prominent role in the 2012 presidential elections or not? Does Archbishop Dolan really think that a new introductory note to the document will in any shape or form address what has been seen by many as the document's deficiencies? The bishops highlighted 6 concerns in the new introductory note: abortion, religious freedom, traditional marriage, immigration reform, fighting poverty, and ending war. Absent was any mention of the death penalty, which also could cause the issue to be raised at the bishops' fall meeting in D.C. Some conservative bishops had called for revisions to the document because of its ambiguous language surrounding the issue of abortion, and they demanded an even tighter focus on the issue to ensure there would be no misunderstanding. It is highly questionable that the quickly written introductory note will satisfy these prelates, or whether Archbishop Dolan's leadership is even Catholic enough on the issue. In any case, in order for the document to have any effect, Catholics will need to listen and be guided by it. Recently, Cardinal Francis George, who preceded Archbishop Dolan as president of the conference, said in his recent book, God in Action, that the bishops no longer have any moral authority and people are dismissing them. That would seem to be confirmed by the poll conducted in May and June by Georgetown University's Center for Applied Research in the Apostolate, which found that only 16% of adult Catholics had heard of the Faithful Citizenship document. Of those who knew about the document, about 3/4 said that it had no influence at all on how they voted. Next, we will look at the developing drama surrounding the National Campaign for Human Development. The Reformed Catholic Campaign for Human Development Coalition in 2010 maintained that 51 out of 237 groups receiving campaign funding, either directly or through coalition membership, promoted abortion, birth control, gay rights, and/or Marxism. Their accusation concludes that 21% of the groups funded by the campaign were involved in such work. The American Life League was instrumental in pulling this so-called coalition together and appears long on accusation and short on proof. The real issue for the Reform Now coalition is the campaign's view of helping the poor, helping themselves, rather than simply handing out direct aid. Grant recipients are organizations that put the people they are serving in decision-making, and the campaign provides financial support to help them work towards sustainable change in their community. So, for instance, a group that works on creating affordable housing in their community and is led by people who might live in that housing would be an example of a campaign-funded program. The greatest controversy surrounds the involvement of grant recipients, who need not be Catholics themselves, with larger coalitions. Using the previous example, the grant recipient that is working towards affordable housing may join a coalition focusing on that issue with other neighborhood groups, one of which might be involved in other activities that have a pro-choice agenda. But the campaign isn't funding that group or its activities, only the housing efforts. Perhaps this year we will relive the drama that we experienced from last year's U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops meeting in Washington, D.C. Thank you, the listener, for listening to this issue of the Rainbow Sash Movement's news podcast. God bless.